Hello, Timmy Nafso, Executive Vice President of FortisPay here, discussing the change in entertainment that's actually happening. So there are particular industries that you actually would ask yourself, do you think they're going to be around? There's some different conversations happening. And one thing that you're seeing is the movie theater experience change quite a bit. One belief that we have is that watching the trend of movie theaters, let's go back in time of what's happened. A lot of people have actually decided they don't like going to the movies anymore, right? And there are ideas that when you say, well, movie theaters won't be around in the future, people say, oh, you're crazy. There's no way they'll always be around. Well, they could be around, but they would have to change the way they look and the way they act and the way they interact with the guest experience. And as we go back in time, what we're gonna actually identify is movie theaters early on, what was their big advertisement? Air conditioning, right? Very interesting, right? Well, air conditioning, what's the big deal about air conditioning? Well, today it's not a big deal. Back then, not everybody had air conditioning. So they would go into a movie theater, it was nice and cool, a big screen, and the silver screen, so to speak, and you get to see these Hollywood stars and starlets act on the screen. And it was such an amazing experience for people because remember, these were days before cellular and mobile and internet where you can just watch these people talk to you on Snapchat or one other app, that really easy to get a hold of them, Twitter, so on and so forth. So in this world, what's actually happened is the movie theater is a downgrade from the home experience is how people feel. So if you watch brands like Imagine actually upgrade their entire movie theater experience to make it a better compete with what's happening at home. And why that's important is for the movie theaters that are doing it the same old way, they're gonna find themselves really dying or fading out into the sunset. And this is not the first time this has happened to movie theaters, right? Previous to the idea of theater style seating, I remember being a kid and sitting in a movie theater, and if somebody was sitting in front of me, I didn't get to see the movie, right? So they made better experience by doing theater style seating, and those that didn't ended up dying, right? So same concept here. What Imagine has done in other theaters that are forward thinking is they're saying to make this a better experience, we're gonna bypass the line, right? So you've seen that happen quite a bit where you can purchase your tickets ahead of time, but let's actually take it a step further. What really is not fun or what sucks about going to the movie theater is that I gotta get there, I gotta stand in line, wait for my popcorn and soda and so on and so forth, and you're holding things in your hands and you're trying to get in. Is there gonna be a seat for me? Is there not? Am I gonna sit next to somebody that might be sick? Are they not? Are they gonna be laughing loud? Are they not? There's all these things that are running through people's minds that are actually getting them to not even want to go in and experience that. So the better experience now has become pick your seats. You don't have to worry. We're going to walk you to it, right? You're watching theaters do things like say, hey, we're going to offer alcoholic beverages to give you a better experience. We want to cover the people that want to be super comfortable with recliners, right? So that at-home experience, we're at least matching it, if not beating it. In addition, they're saying, hey, if you ordered food, we're gonna bring it to you, right? So those things are those little touches that give you that experience that you cannot have or you may not have at home. They're gonna have to figure out how you can pause the movie so you can go use the restroom, but that's a whole nother issue that we'll discuss at a later time. Well, with that being said, it's really interesting to see that this evolution of this type of industry, and you'll see others try to follow, but you have to keep in mind the most important thing here is paying attention to what it is that the consumer, the guest, what their experience actually is. And the experience is not that I just check them in faster or that I add an employee at the movie theater counter to serve popcorn. The actual experience is changing how all of that is done, how that is conducted to create an elevated experience against who? Who are you actually fighting against? The home experience, right? The Netflix experience, direct to home, right? Movies going direct to your home. Why do you have to go to the theater first and wait? Just distribute it now. And once those dollars start to really, really make sense, movie theaters are in a really bad situation at that point. So interesting to see. Let's pay attention to what's going to happen there. Please comment on what your thoughts are on what's happening in that space as well as others. Thanks for listening.